Okay. So yeah, please, I would like if everyone have keep their questions towards the end, so that I can complete, and then we can discuss with all the doubts and questions what we want with all the service. So the vision what I would like to have is like, as I said, I I wanted this service. I imagined this service as something like a transcription similar to which we have for Prabhupada lectures. So I will just share that so that we get a idea of the vision. I'll share my screen. So if we just go to prabhupadvani.com or sorry. So if we go in any of one of the lectures which we have, say the lectures. So if we see, right, so such a nice presentation they have. We go to a particular lecture. They say which lecture was it is saying, like it is which the lecture is, and it has the location, type, date, location, and also the audio file embedded here, and then it starts from here. So we can either download it, we can directly play from here. But yeah, from here we directly start. And if you see, right, there is a proper format to everything. So if you see normal English words has as a particular font and a font size. And if someone is speaking something, if let's say if it is a translation, they are kept in bold. And if there are Sanskrit words, it is in italics with a Roman, script, Roman, what they called is Roman characters. And also, and if you see, yeah, any wherever Prabhupada speaks something, Hindi or Sanskrit, they have kept it in italic, the Roman characters. That's what we call it. So here, so this is the only thing I'm just trying to have. This is the standard which I want to follow. So anywhere the Sanskrit words come, again it goes to italics. If there is a quotation, it starts with a quotation. So similarly like that. So it's nothing, I'm just it's nothing coming out of my mind. It's something which already is followed in Prabhupada Vani website, and we just want we can just follow that. So wherever there is a reference, they put the reference verse number. Uh, and in many cases, they also put the text link. Let's say, I think it is in Veda base. So wherever there are references, let's say there will be a hyperlink over this text, and we can just like click it, and we can go to that particular verse. So that's how it is kept. And so yeah, any questions on this? I hope it is just a format which I'm currently showing. Any questions? Okay. So I think then next is yeah. So now so the next is I have a presentation which I made earlier. So what are we going to do? So it's just this is a system which I created earlier. No need to get confused. I will just explain what we want to do. So let's say we have a audio file. Maybe I'll just show it on the go. So there's a lecture from, let's say, any of the lectures which you want to transcribe. We'll go to the audio. Yeah. So let's say we want to transcribe one of the ecstatic love lectures. So let's say you want to transcribe this Queen Satire Part 6, right? If we click here, we'll download it. And then what we want to do, we want to, so my intent is to, devotees should not just keep on typing, hearing again, typing again, hearing again, typing again. It takes a lot of time. And devotees, we want to maximize, reduce the effort of the devotees. So what I found out is that is a, website which is actually, free transcription. They say it an AI, basically it's a speech recognition software. So if you go here, right, transcribe now. So here we can upload the lecture. So I've already downloaded one of the lectures of Srila Gurudev. I've kept it currently small so that it can do it a little faster. So this has no restrictions. Normally, this kind of websites has, either you have to pay for it, or they, even if it is free, there will be some limitations on the audio time. So yeah, nothing like that will be there. So we can just, um, yeah, upload it. You can select others, and and we can ask it to transcribe it. So the only thing is this thing takes a little, takes a while. So once the things get uploaded and it tries to, process it, and yeah, it takes a while. So currently the lecture I've uploaded is of only 20 minutes. The Srila Gurudev will have, longer lectures as well, 1 hour. Typically a Srimad Bhagavatam class can go more than 1 hour. So as you can expect that there will be some extra time which will take. Sometimes it this just, when it is saying it is transcribing, it just says like that. Sometimes it just gets stuck. So I have not created any file previously because I wanted to show you. So sometimes it gets stuck. You can refresh the website, and just try again uploading, and it will do it. So this is the only, I will say, the fairly technical part uh, which we are trying to do. Like, just upload it so that the website will just give you a text output, and then we'll see how we will transcribe. But while it transcribes, I will just go back to the presentation. So now, the first 4 steps you can just ignore, because previously I kept a dedicated devotee to do this step, because yeah, it can be confusing, and I had a proper idea as well how the flow will go on. But yeah, we'll change it here in this thing. So now, once, let's say, this transcript underscore version AI is what I used to call it, right? We can, once it is generated from the website, we can copy it and create a new Word document. I think we will all have a Word document here like this. So MS Office, don't get confused. MS means Microsoft. They give a Word of a software called Word document, Word, where we can just type anything, right? So uh, yeah, something like that. So what we will do, once the text file is generated, we'll just try to just copy the same thing, and then we can start hearing. Then we'll hear and then edit whatever the text have been generated from the website. So this way, right, the process will be a little bit faster, and you can yeah. So I there will be still edits which will be needed, because there will be some Hindi words and various Sanskrit words, and we have to identify those. So, and maybe somewhere, the script recognition software is not able to recognize correctly. So all those things we have to edit. So that's the first step which you have to do. Okay. And then we have to hear and edit according to the guidelines. So what are the guidelines? I have maintained the same name, written the same thing as while following the same Prabhupada Vani website. So we have to mention the name of the lecture. Let's say Stimulation of Ecstatic Love Part 5. That's the name. And then the date and the location of the lecture. That's all. So it would look something like this. So I had added an extra, uh, thing, but we can skip it for now. I had added this, hyperlink. Devotees may get confused, so we'll skip it. But let's, keep the name, lecture name, the date, and the location, just as it was mentioned in Prabhupada Vani. And then next, we have to follow some format regarding the fonts. So any normal text, right? We have to keep it in justify alignment. So what is alignment? Let's say I press Hare Krishna, my name is Devajit Das. I am from Kolkata, currently staying in Bangalore, something like that, right? I write it. Now there is a alignment in the text. So I'm just going very simply so that everyone understands. So if you see right here, there is a left alignment, central alignment, and a right alignment. So Urdu text, we write from right to left, something like that. But yeah, what we will use is justify alignment. Because why justify? Because it is in Prabhupada. That's all. So what happens is it will not make too much difference in it. It will be similar to left alignment. But yeah, you can whatever this left, well, the left margin and the right margin, it stays the same. That's all. So anyway, this I'm just giving some explanations. You don't need to understand all of it. What we need to understand is what guidelines we have to follow. So justify alignment needs to be there. And what needs to be the font? It is Noto Serif. Why Noto Serif? Again, because it is there in Prabhupada. Probably can you scroll I will check on the this font because I remember I used to have it. But yeah, we can so the font used in Prabhupada Vani is Noto Serif. That's why I recommended Noto Serif. And the font size should be 14.5. So again, from here, we just click 14.5. So why do we need to follow these guidelines? Because again, the vision is that we will finally put it to a website. So if we are directly following these guidelines initially, so there will be no further work needed later when we put it into a website. So later, whenever the time comes, right, we'll put it into a website and we'll try to understand. Then we don't need to, the extra effort needs to be made, and that how who will do it. There's some extra effort needed, and all those. We don't need to worry about that. So just to reduce effort later, I am just keeping this. Another thing, there is something related to pronouns, right? And wherever there is pronouns related to Krishna or Vishnu expansions, if you have noticed any text or any books or any kind of transcription, so what it is mentioned, it is we mention it as capital H. Give it is only meant for Vishnu, Lord Vishnu and Krishna. So we particularly use this. For any other, let's say maybe it a sannyasi or acharya, we don't need to use that. So that's the standard which is followed in Prabhupada's PBT as well. So maybe some other books, publications, they may be using, they may use he like capital H for acharyas as well. But yeah, we'll follow the PBT guidelines. So again, these are something which we need to be very this needs to be very we have to be very cautious, because again, if something gets missed out, we'll extra effort needs to be put to basically we have to rectify this, because we have to hear it again where it is being referred to Krishna or Radharani. So similarly for Radharani, we will mention like this, she or he, her, with the H capital, S capital. So I've given an example here, right? So when Lord Krishna, here, if you see again, what Krishna did when he saw the stick. Now in this he, it was referred to Krishna. So we mentioned he as H as capital. So now next, I'll just briefly check if that is getting transcribed. Yeah, if you see, it got stuck somehow. So I could do one thing. I can always create an sign. Let me create one. Sorry for this interruptions. So we'll start again. Yeah. Let's start again. Transcription. So yeah, sometimes this gets stuck. As I said, this is sometimes a problem, but it will be. It does the job. We have used it earlier as well. Just bear for a minute. See, it starts transcribing. See, right? Yeah. Seems it's already over. Yeah, sometimes, as I said, it sometimes gets stuck. Sometimes it's just, does it very quickly. So what you can do, you can directly copy and just paste it here. You see, there are some timestamps which are also made here. If you just download, it actually, uh, generates as a transcript. So see, here there are no timestamps. So you can, it is up to you. You can just directly copy from here. Yeah, you can directly copy from here or you can download. So yeah, if I will adjust, again copy it. So let's another one. And this is how it will look. So what we have to do, let's say auto sheriff, it's not available. Let's keep it for clarity as of now. 14.5. Yeah, that's all. As you can directly see, Srila Gurudev is just chanting prayers. It's not able to transcribe all those. So I'll come to that, how to how to get that keyboard and how to do that. So let's go to the presentation. Yeah. So now there is this first, for normal words, how we have to, what are the guidelines. Next will be the guidelines for pranam mantras, Vaishnav songs, or any kind of Sanskrit songs. Same, everything becomes, let's say there is a verse, pranam mantras like this. Sanskrit verse which comes as a verse coming in. So for that, the alignment should be center. Again, the same, the font remains the same. Only thing changes is the italics. Let's say if this is the, you can just keep it because it's a pranam mantra. You can separate it out, and you can do center alignment and italics. Let's say let's put enter. Namaste Saraswati. Prachaya. That's all. So this is how it should be. Oh, again, why it is like that? Because it is again there in Prabhupada. So everything I have followed from Prabhupada. Okay. And any Sanskrit words which comes in between, let's say between, let's say, can be a good example. We have a Sanskrit word here. Yeah, something like this, let's say, right? This is a Sanskrit word. Here, we will just here, first of all, we need to mention, we have to make sure that uh, the words are properly written here. It's a Subhanga Anga Harnana. It may be what it's just directly transcribing. The word may be different. So first of all, we have to ensure that it is correct. The words are correct. And then what we have to do, we just need to put them in italics. No need to do central alignment because it is continuation of a paragraph. Okay. So no need to put that in central alignment. And yeah, that is the guidelines for pranam mantras, Vaishnav song shlokas. Next, any kind of let's say quotations, which is let's say a verse translation which is quoted, then it's the same guideline. You make it, you keep it in justify alignment, and we just put them in italics with a quotation mark. Let's say there is an example of quotation or a dialogue, right? Let's say someone is speaking, like if you see here, right? While the cowherd boys were laying on the banks of the Nipukund, as their cows grazed nearby, and they said to Krishna, like they say to Krishna, it means there is a dialogue which is starting. So we can put that in italics. And similarly, if there is a particular, verse which is being quoted, we can actually put them in italics as well. So this is a particular reference from Canto 9, Canto 10, chapter 9, verse 9, right? And we can put them in italics as well. So this helps in distincting that this is a quotation, rather than a normal statement. Okay. And then I hope this is clear. And then finally we come to the Sanskrit words. So as we saw, right, that the Sanskrit words were not properly written here. So if we just go here, it needs to be Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So here, right, we have a proper there. Normally we have to install a keyboard called a Keyman keyboard. Actually, how to install it, how to enable it, I've actually created a YouTube video. I will share this document. You can just watch that video. It's I think 5-6 minutes is very easy, not very difficult. And whenever you want to use this keyboard, right, you see there is something called English written here, and you see there is something called transliteration DE. So I'll just select that. So if you see, my keyboard got switched from, let's say, English India to English, the schema, this symbol, if you see, right, even it says English United States, but yeah, it's a keyman transliteration. So whenever I press some particular, let's say, characters, it will switch over to that and show you what it means. So there's another guide. Just click here. It will point me to the document. Yeah. So if you see, right, so again, these are very, this Sanskrit words needs to be proper, or else, the transcription is not, it's not up to the mark. So whenever, let's say, I'll just pull up Mangalacharan. I have it so that I don't make any mistakes. So yeah, you see this Mangalacharan, and we will try to just correct the uh, the characters which are in the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. So if you see, right, it's Nama Om. It's not correct. First of all, that is not correct. So nothing stays in capital letters. Everything is in small letters. So Nama Om. So if you see, there is an dot over the M. So it actually it emphasizes pronunciation in Sanskrit. So if you see, right, it if you see, there is a with an dash over it, which means a. So if you know Hindi, we have a. So if you see, right, so for that we put a, which means only a. When we want to write a, it means it's basically double a. So we need a over the dash. So let's say we want to write this capital a over a with a dash. So how to write it? If you see here, they have a particular way that's a keyboard input that you need to press double A. Double A means it will create an R and it will create that A over a dash. So I'll just try to do that. If you see, right, Padaya. So I will press 2 times A and that capital marks comes up. So yeah, it should be Vishnu. So basically these are all pronunciations and how to write it. So we go back. Uh, yeah, I go back here. And if you see, right, Vishnu, we have 3 na, one na and ana. So how to write that? Probably it is mentioned here. If you see, right, it will be somewhat similar. Let's say we have this M, we have a dot below, right? Okay, keyboard input. Okay, if you see, right, here there is another keyboard input. How to write it? For M, for dot up the M, we'll use this character like a hyphen and then an M. So let me try to show you that. So Nama Om. Yeah, that's how we write it. And if you want to put a dot below the character, we just do dot and an M. So let's say that is the Vishnu, right? Dot and an M. So if I just remove the underline, you see there is a dot under the M. If you want to put under H, you have to do dot and H. Goes under H. So yeah, these are some things we have to be little specific. This is I want devotees to spend time on this rather than just typing all the words. So these are some specific details because we need to write the Sanskrit words correctly, right? So we can use this particular keyword and we can just write it correct. Most of the ways are probably given here. You see there is a re, there's a basically re, we have a dash, and then also that there's a dot below. How to do that, right? So all things are actually mentioned over this particular guideline. So I think that's all with the guidelines, right? And then once, let's say, because Srila Gurudev will have many verses as well, which probably will not, it's not from Srimad Bhagavatam or maybe Bhagavad Gita, from other lectures which are actually not available online. So we can try our level best to, write them. But if we are not able to do that, there will be another level of, let's say we again go to this one. So first of all, the first devotee, let's say he or she hears and edits according to the guidelines. Then we come to the proofreading part, where there will be a second round where another devotee we'll go through the same lecture, and we'll be very particular of all this, details, specific details of guidelines of fonts, particularly, and also the shlokas and the references which are they have been taken from. So that also needs to be correct. So we'll try our level best to get all the references from all the different scriptures which Srila Gurudev gives, and we'll need surely so yeah, this second group of devotees, right, they will be doing this service. But yeah, before that, first we have to hear and edit them, which is being generated from the website. So I will recommend to make an account in this. I think it was not transcribing because I didn't make an account, because I was not logged in. And yeah, if you see it's still stuck. So probably if you just make an account, and yeah, then it will do it very quickly, and we can transcribe another one. Yeah. So that's all. I think I think this is a very huge information load. So just I try to keep it very simple, because previously I had many systems as well. How people will do it. I wanted to make track of everything, but yeah, I wanted to make it very simple, because devotees should be able to do the transcription. That's the main thing. So that's all, mostly based on the guidelines perspective. Any questions? Hare Krishna. I would like to hear from every one of you. Was it very difficult? If it is difficult, please it's open. You can. It's a open-ended discussion. I don't want you not to hesitate from me. I have no one.
Hare Krishna Devaji Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna. And yes.
It was very well explained. So please share the PPT as well.
Yes, I will share the document. Yes.
Yeah. It was nicely explained. No questions from my side as of now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was thinking that like pranam mantras like Prabhupada's, or which are commonly
Mhm.
used in the
Yeah.
lectures,
Yeah.
uh, rather than to do it by ourselves, like you like you like you
Mhm.
like you told, we can just copy and paste from
Yes, yes, we can.
website.
Yes, yes, we can
Yeah,
directly.
it
If
will be.
yeah, as I said, right, it needs to just follow the
Mhm.
font, right? And
Yeah,
sometimes when you copy paste, you need to be very careful,
yeah.
because whenever you copy and then paste it, it comes as a different font, and sometimes the
Mhm.
characters are also not copied correctly. So no
Mhm.
copy paste is not I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I was showing an example. We can even create a set of standard, maybe we can create something so that devotees can directly copy from something which is very easy
Mhm.
to copy and just paste. So we can do that
Yeah,
as well. We can do that.
yeah. I just wanted to add that. Thank you,
Sure, sure.
Devaji Prabhu.
Okay. Any
Very
more?
nicely explained.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, bro. Any more questions?
Hi Krishna. Anandi Sakhi Mataji, would you like to ask anything or are you clear? Because I
Hare
guess you need
Krishna
to
Mata,
go.
yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji. No, it was very pretty much clear, and I made notes also. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you will be recording, right? So we can just go and refer it again once we'll have
Yes,
doubt.
yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Mata. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, don't pranams.
No, no.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It was well explained, and I don't have any question. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Ramay Manohar Prabhu is saying yes, ChatGPT does do it. Actually, me and Apurva Mataji were, actually wanted to make this more easier. Only thing I didn't include ChatGPT as of now, because, I can come up with a standard prompt as well, which will actually help that. Only thing, devotees, you may get confused. If everyone says that we want to use ChatGPT, we can include that as well. But again, ChatGPT has a character limitations, so many things. You just cannot, let's say 1 hour lecture, it will have so many words, so many characters. Yeah, as well as I know, ChatGPT has a character limitations as well. Maybe I don't recall the number, maybe 5,000 characters, something like that in a particular message. So yes, we can do that. Actually, I think Apurva Mataji had a prompt as well. She was saying that we should use AI. We should use AI. I said, let's do it if it is actually helping. But yeah, if we can, if I am open to that. Let's say if you want to use ChatGPT, we can do that. But again, it will have some limitations. Okay, anything more?
Okay. So we are having Anand Kund Prabhu also here.
अरे बोल प्रभु जी जय हो आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन मेरे को मिल नहीं रही थी तो मैंने अपना ही चला दिया actually Anand Kund Prabhu had a I had a very simple one. Anand Kund Prabhu made another presentation actually when we started this, and it was so well designed and even available. It was very beautiful as well. I thought let's start from this, and if needed we can always take Anand Kund Prabhu's help. And Anand Kund Prabhu actually has very good background to the software and maintaining software and mainly websites. So that's why we'll need him probably, and we will need his ideas as well in between whenever there is an issue or a challenge. Yes, Prabhu. Anything you want to
Yes,
speak?
bro. At your service. At your service. Anytime at your service.
Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, I think
Thank you
it
so
was.
much,
Yeah, go ahead.
Devajit Prabhu. I just wanted to little explanation of what is going on in the group right now. So
Mhm.
we have forgot the name. Just a second, Prabhu. Um, Okay, so we have His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhu with us,
Yes,
and he'll be the overall, approval part. He'll be there for that, and if there is anything like
yes,
we won't be able to carry forward or we won't be able to answer it out, then Haridas Varya Prabhu is always there.
yes,
He is the one who is doing many services of transcription and many more things. So he's the boss.
yes. He is the boss.
And also, just wanted to mention, I thought personally, and I requested Devajit Prabhu that let me just ask Ramai Manohar Prabhu for his presence in this group. The reason is that like there are two stages. One is the person who can from the scratch do the transcription,
Yes,
and second is that's like the one who can just check that the person did the transcription is right or not, are there any flaws or anything.
yes,
So for that we need some shastrik pandit,
correct.
and
Yes,
as of now we also have Namras Prabhu uh, as a god brother, like a good pandit in shastrik, but for current I just asked Ramai Manohar Prabhu, and he he actually um, accepted my proposal, and I want to thanks Ramai Manohar Prabhu. So,
very
but
good.
I am little worried that this is little lengthy work for the second group. So as of now, we just have Ramai Manohar Prabhu or anyone else who wanna who is like good enough. And I know Anandi Sakhi Mataji is doing Bhakti Vaibhav, and I know she can also do it. But I just wanted to check here once again that who all will be helping us in on the second level.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandat Pranam. Mataji, I'm not that qualified. I'll be no happy to do the first part only. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mama.
Actually, I
Hare
would
Krishna.
like to share something here. Like some mainly, right? Whenever we try to, let's say we get a new verse from others, let's say many, where they always often like quote Padyavali, right? So if you just search right in Google, you most probably you will find it at one go. So when I was actually when we started this first time, I had I was transcribing one of the lectures. It takes a time to while to just go through find that verse, probably maybe particular verse, particular chapter, right? If you're able, so I would request the first the devotees who are doing like the transcribing the first round, they can just go to Google and just try to search that. Most probably you will find it, and you can just copy paste the same verse from there. And if there is a translation, just just keep most probably we let's keep it what Srila Gurudev is saying. You don't need to also the translation. Sometimes in the verses there is also some translation, but let's just try to keep to the point what Gurudev is speaking in the lecture. Let's try to just record that in the transcription. Okay. You can always make it better with new separate verses, separate quotes, but I would like to keep it simple. And most probably I was able to find 2 3 verses directly. When I just typed in Google, Srila Gurudev often also mentions the scripture as well. So you can just type on Google and try to search it. Probably if you don't find it, just make a note of it that here, or we can directly mention in the transcription document, directly Word document where you are actually typing it, that there is a verse which is mentioned here. Let's say from Padyavali or some other scriptures, which is we need to find that verse. Somewhere you have to make a note of it so that it becomes easy for the, let's say, the next round devotee. They can let's say they can have a very nice directly understand that there is this verse which I need to find. They don't need to again hear the entire thing, making it helpful for others as well. So yeah, this is some suggestions from my side, which can work for devotees. Yeah, go ahead. Compliment.
Thank you, Prabhu. So I guess everything is clear as of now. If
Okay.
anybody wanna ask anything, technically anything, whatever it is,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we have
just
Anand Prabhu and Debajit Prabhu here. So feel free.
yes, please ask. Because most probably we will, finding all the devotees together again will be very difficult. So we'll not probably will have very few follow-up calls only if whenever it is very much needed. But I would request all the devotees if you can just keep your questions so that everyone can get benefit and get it cleared.
खत्म meeting.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. So
Okay.
as Debajit Prabhu, I guess Ramayana Prabhu wanted. Sometimes we may not be able to find a verse if we type it in a Roman or English script, but if we write the same verse in
Yeah. So yeah, if you write in that Roman script using the is what Prabhuji is suggesting. If we just try to write it in that Roman characters, the way I showed, that can turn up. So yeah, that can also help. Thank you, Prabhu. So these are all ways to just get the work done. So here there is no sometimes there is a standard way which I have always I have presented already, but there will be some points which we have to dig it up, so that we can get creative on that. We can use chat GPT, whatever you want, and you can share with us as well. Other devotees can also use that. So yeah, I would like to finally, end with one of the topics because we didn't talk about what we will do once the transcription is over. So, what I would suggest, like I can create a Google Drive link, like a folder. Let's say I have a email account for this particular service. So let me show that. So there is this IDS transcriptions. Yeah. So I created this for this particular service, and what we can do, I can make a particular folder in the Google Drive. Everyone has Google Drive, right? So I can make a proper something called like a transcriptions. Okay. So a folder called transcription, and I can make folders for each devotees, whoever is transcribing. So and I will give access to them. So I will need all your email IDs. I think yeah, we will need that to give access, and devotees can put that in their folders. They can upload once they are complete, and then let's say the next devotee second round, the one who will do the second round, they can just pick it up from the drive link. No need to ask me or Mata Gopi Mandla Mataji directly that let give me access, send me that. You don't need to do all those things. I think so. I will share. Yes. Yeah. Actually, I did the previous things right. If you see here, used to call them lipikaras. So what we used to do, we had these particular folders. Can you see my screen? Uh,
Yes, Prabhu.
okay. So if you see, right, we had these folders. Instead of Google Drive, I was using some OneDrive, which is actually, another drive service from Microsoft. That's all. Don't get confused with the wordings. I thought it will be much. Yeah, if you see right here, we used to give them proper. We had folders. You see, for at that time, Anand Control was a Hardik Prabhu. So we kept his name like proper. You see, there is something called Stimulation for Externally Part 3. Panchajanya Prabhu had one. I had one folder. So similarly, right, may devotees had all their folders and we used to keep there, and devotees used to directly edit that. So yeah, this way devotees can, it is very easy to manage. And let's say if Gopi Mandala Mataji can see which devotees are actually, where they are doing what is the status, and maybe remind you that that something is incomplete, we can just start with that. So this is also, it also helps us in keeping track, and also helps us in let's say um, also just get a storage where all the lectures are there. So actually you see we had so many lectures done at that time, and devotees used to follow that. I am just showing how it was done. You see one of the lectures here. Okay, here the guideline was not followed. It needs to be center aligned. It's fine. But yeah, I think the Sanskrit Roman characters are also not given. So all you see, right? This is the first step which was done. Then there's a need for the second round devotee who will actually check all these finer details. Even let's say a devotee can miss that, but the second round devotee, let's say we had a name for them as well. The transcribers were lipikaras, and the second round devotees were visargakaras, and it was suggested by Navdas Prabhu. So Visargakaras used to had to do this proofreading, make it sure that everything is good, correct. So if you see, everything is justified. I hope they are justified. Huh? They are in justified. So you see the Noto Sheriff. It was done in Noto Sheriff at 14.5. I'll check how to get this Noto Sheriff font. I think it is available in the online. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, if you see again, the exact verse, something which is quoted. It was quoted in italics. And okay, the Srimad Bhagavatam is also in Roman characters. So this was something which was initially done, and so yeah, I think you see it's an ecstatic love lecture, hardly 30 minutes, but the document is of 12 pages. So you can just imagine if you are writing 12 pages, how long it will take, right? So that's why I kept this step of using the website, uh, using and we let them do the hard job and let us do this more finer job. That's how we are saving time, and I think that's how AI will eat jobs. Everyone is afraid. So, yes, I hope that was clear. Probably we can start with some year. The next starting point will be, let's pick a year, um, and we let's assign two lectures to each and every devotee, and let them pick up from that. So initially, previously we had a separate devotee who used to create this word documents from transcription, so that they don't get stuck or somewhere. But yeah, now I will say that each one of you should know, and it's not very difficult. You just upload the lecture in the website, you download it, yeah, let it transcribe, and you get that characters, and then you copy it into a new word document. You transcribe it here the lecture, you finish all the transcription, and then once it is over, you just upload it to your particular folder, which will give you the access. Let's say we'll keep everything, everyone will have a folder on his name, and you can just upload there. And once it is done, let's say the second round devotee, as of now it is Ramai Manohar Prabhu, he can just start with one of the devotees and just hear it again. And yeah, let's say his second round is done, then what we will do, Ramai Manohar Prabhu will get those lectures, right? We'll give him edit access, and he will copy those lectures, and then finally put it in of, like, let's say there will be another folder called completed, right? So then that will be put in that folder. Also, yeah, one thing, the file name, the word file in which you are, let's say, transcribing, right? That also needs to be in a particular format. Let's say I will just have, again, share my screen, because it should be very easy to identify. So if you see here, right, it, it's very simple. We need to mention the date and then the lecture name. That's all. So we need to be consistent with all this, because in the long run, let's say once initially it will be 10 lectures, maybe, sorry, 10 into, if there are 10 devotees doing this service, 20 lectures. As we grow and grow, it will be very difficult to track, because maybe it will blow up to 100 lectures. Then who did what, how it was done, it is very difficult to track. So all these systems, whatever I could think of, can always suggest more systems which you which you think will work, which will help. Can always suggest us, and we can also ensure we can include that as well. But yeah, let's make make the name like this, so that it is sorted by the dates, not with the lecture names. Because if you are giving the date earlier, then the lectures will be whenever we want to sort it, right? So it will be arranged in a date format. So whatever comes first, let's say 2022, I think it is descending order, it is now sorted. So if you see, the last lecture is coming at the first, and as we go down, it is going towards the month of January. So we can do the other way as well. It can start from I just need to click this. Yeah, it can start from January, and then it can go till the December. So yeah, basically it is for a reason that we can very easily track in a proper date order. Any questions on this? Okay, so let me know if you have any more questions, because I know this was an information load. We just need to understand it first, grasp it correctly. Further questions may come later. can always reach out to me. If you can always put a message in the WhatsApp group as well, so that others are also aware of it. And yeah, if you want to reach me out, you can also text me on WhatsApp. That is also fine. So what I will do, I'll this recording, I'll just upload it in the same IDS transcription channel, and I'll share the link in the group so that whenever new devotee, let's say, is joining, they can directly view this video and they will have a starting point. So not all the time we need to explain each and everything. So I think I was able to cover most of the steps, step by step. Yeah, any more questions? Okay, then I hope uh, that's all. We can end then. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha vasindhutvaeva cha patitana bhavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. All the best to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.